Carla. I know that you were at the stables after the attack. What can you tell us? What do you know of the attack? What actually happened?
Okay, so basically when we arrived, the police, they wouldn't allow us straight into to where all the mayhem was happening. So what we then did was they had let all the horses out the stables, okay? So they had chased them all over the area. We then went with our horse box to go and find the loose horses. We managed to find 4 of them, very traumatized, running into the corner, trying to jump fences. We managed after a while to catch those 4 and move them to a safe premises with the help of the mounted unit and the mounted police unit. And then we helped to move them back to the safe yard where the trainer was and where they could be kept safe. Things had settled down a bit. I know one horse was definitely killed. The circumstances, I'm not 100% sure whether it was by pangas or whether it was broken neck. I stand open to correction there. And I know 2 other horses that were supposedly had broken legs. I thought the one was euthanized, but apparently it's still in critical condition, and the vet on scene, they're standing by. So I think there's 2 horses that are still in critical condition. So at the moment, only one has passed on. There are others varying with wounds from stab wounds to panga scrapes to like he was saying, they were beating them in the face. I didn't see it personally, but you could see the horses when we started bringing them back into the yard for safety. They had been affected and scrapes and stabs and very traumatized. All of them were youngsters, and they were super highly, they are thoroughbreds, are highly strung horses, and they were totally traumatized. Very upsetting to see.
Hedley McGrath, in that clip we just played, said that there had been an incident where a horse was stabbed, allegedly by a groom, some time ago, and this was a sort of act of solidarity. As a member of the horse care unit in the Eastern Cape, are you aware of this history? Are you able to give us any understanding as to why a protest would be staged in this way? Because one thing's for sure, attacking and killing horses is not going to win you any sympathy for your cause on any level.
No. Look, I do believe that it is between the trainer and the grooms. I do believe that the reason they're targeting the horses is because of the value of the horses. Those horses are worth a lot of money, and they realize that if they damage them, if they're not able to race, if so forth, they are getting back at the trainer. So they're trying to get back to the trainer, to lose money, to lose horses. Look, I think it's a very complicated matter. I don't think it's over. I think the grooms that stay there, they stay over the road from Fairview Racecourse. I think it's a possibility that this will happen in the future again. This was definitely the worst case scenario. It has happened in the past, but not as bad and as violent and aggressive as this. It is very worrying.
We also heard reports that it could be linked to grooms not getting their UIF payments. Now, I don't know a lot about horses, but I do know that whether you're in a lockdown or not, horses need feeding every day. They need their stables mucking out every day. These are highly expensive horses, so the owners have means. I would be surprised if grooms were retrenched during this period. Do you think that particular narrative is perhaps not totally accurate?
Yes, I don't believe, I haven't heard that the UIF side of the story. All I heard was that someone was fired previously for harming a horse, and when he wanted to be rehired, the trainer would not rehire him, obviously due to the fact that he's hurt one of his horses before. And now that he got the other grooms of the yard to get together, and then they start a riot, and they all want to back up the one guy saying, you need to hire him back. But understandably, the trainer, why would you hire someone who's already damaged one of your horses before? So the UIF thing, I'm not 100% sure, but with my understanding is they did not want to rehire these grooms for that particular groom, and that caused the problem.
Can you tell us, we understand and we don't have full details, the police are not speaking to us this evening, they just sent us a press release, but what sort of animal anti-cruelty charges would these attackers face, Carla?
Look, it's difficult to say. For obviously, they're harming that. I mean, obviously, it's abuse. It's brutality. They're abusing these animals with no reason whatsoever. These animals did not deserve this. But we have to work very carefully with the trainer involved, because like I say, when we arrived, we don't know, there were 400 plus guys there, and we can't pinpoint the one guy that hurt that particular horse or the other particular horses. So, they will be charged, no doubt, but depending on who it is and all the facts that we have, we will have to liaise with the trainer.
Sure.
It's not as easy because it's such a big group of people, to pinpoint one person and lay charges against it. But it's animal cruelty for sure. I mean, it's abuse. It's absolute torture, for them. So yes, something will definitely be done. We just have to work with the trainer and with all the facts with legalities.
Sure.
You have to work with the facts. So.
Well, thank you very much for giving us some more information. Carla Hazel of the Eastern Cape Horse Care Unit, confirming one horse has in fact died and at least 2 others are in critical condition after that attack this morning. Let's